sort of there. Now this is the Joy, Mountjoy prison. This is where Enoch Burke is being held. You are a Christian in Ireland, you can end up in jail. How you doing, buddy? You well?
Free the man who walks for Christ. Protect the church of the world. Protect the church. Satan's forever fucking people. Come and do your Christian duty.
Look what he got for doing his Christian duty.
Yeah.
Got put behind fucking bars.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. That's what it is now, Brian, to the Christian.
He'll get his reward anyway. Not for me, Zan.
So will you.
Yeah. No, I don't want any reward. I do this just for the children of God, my people. That's who I do it for. I don't want nothing.
That's the
like
case.
all of us here.
That's the case.
Just ordinary folk.
If that's the case, Brian, you're doing it for 3 quarters of the planet.
Well, I'm trying to do my little bit.
Well, you're doing it, and you're out there. You're out there every day. You never miss a day. Fair play to you.
Well, most of them here. Thank God.
You're even out in this weather, buddy.
Yeah.
Yours what matters I am.
Absolutely perverted fucking scumbags. Bear with me, excuse the language, but I'm angry. I'm living what's going on with this poor man. It's going on over nearly 2 years. I've got this white cock. White cock case out of there to give us support for the first start before he was ever jailed, right? The whole case was written full of lies. For example, the principal of Wilson's Hospital School, in her affidavit, she gave evidence, right, and sworn evidence, that she was so overwhelmed by Enoch's aggressive behaviour that she had to be carried out of the school, right, which is absolute nonsense, right, because in Enoch's affidavit, he hung her out to dry because he said in his affidavit, whatever her name was, I forget her name, sorry, I'm just cutting the hop here, I can't remember all the stats of every case, but we're here and we know the story with Enoch. But she gave evidence that she had to be carried out of the school, right? She never said the truth, that she was actually waiting a hip operation, a hip replacement, and that she was on a walker, and that she used that walker to go absolutely everywhere. That's part of the case. So the judge in the case, right, when Enoch was given his submissions, he actually sniggered and was laughing, and I was like, the dirty, low-life animal, how dare he, you know, he knew. In my mind, the judge in his eyes, his decision was made. By my judgment of what was going on, his decision was made. He knew what he was doing, and he was going to order that Enoch be jailed. So the following day, we were in court again, the High Court, when it's put back. Right, we were there for about, I think, from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. There was a lot of submissions given backwards and forwards. But the whole case was littered for the lawyers. And one thing I'd like to know that none of you in the country know about these lawyers. That was one thing I can remember just off the top of my hand, was the fact that the principal said she had to be carried out of the school, which is absolute utter nonsense. She never mentioned a thing about waiting for a hip operation and that she had to use a walker for her aid absolutely everywhere. So suddenly she has amnesia. You know, she's a school principal. She can remember everything about Enoch's behaviour. He was so aggressive. He was animated, and he was terrified. I had to be carried out of school because I was overwhelmed. I thought I was going to collapse because he was so, aggressive. Absolute nonsense. I'm calling it out now because the media didn't call this out. Shane Phelan for the Irish Times, you're a disgrace. You are. All the media that there, you're not bought out prostitutes for the government. Shame on you. This man, you should be writing brilliant articles about him and showing respect to the man for what he's doing for the children of the world. And instead, you have the media that appears to be bought out. You ask me, because not one of them has had the balls to speak the truth and portray the real narrative that Enoch is here and in jail, sacrificing his freedom for the children of the world, that they be free from indoctrination of perverted paedophiles, and that they be safe and not be brainwashed about, changing gender as a normal ideology. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on in this country. It really is. And it's up to you all around the country just watching the feeds of these influencers here. And I appreciate you all coming out today. Like, it was called a short notice. I did call this in the Department of Migration protest last Wednesday. I did say Thursday, and people were all really saying, "Is the protest going to go ahead?" But we did know it was either going to be jailed, and then the order was made. He was going to be, committed to prison, and then eventually he was, put in prison. So we stood by. We stood by our word. We said we'd be here. This is what we're doing. We're going to be here every single Thursday, so everyone is now at 1 o'clock at Mountjoy Prison, and we're going to start a couple of petitions. We're going to do a petition on petitions.ie and change.org that we want 100,000 signatures from everyone in the country that Enoch Burke should be a free man, and we want everyone to sign it, and then we're going to probably maybe if it's plausible, if we can manage it, we might go from town to town with a proper big book and get 100,000 signatures in person. It's something that me and the lads have been discussing here in person. But I'd like to call all these around the country to come to Mountjoy prison every Thursday and show support for this man.
1 p.m.
At 1 p.m. every Thursday. That's just to start things off. We'll see how things go from there. The crowd should be, they should be massive for this man. This man, don't forget what he's doing. Like, he's in that prison in there. Which I've been in prison 9 times illegally detained for my activism in the last 21 years.
Christmas again.
Christmas, folks. Like, he's been taken away from his family. The happiest time of the year for a lot of people, and the opposite for others.
Practicing his religion.
In the Constitution, your religion is protected in the Constitution. You have the right to your freedom of expression, your freedom of belief. And this case boils down to this: that Enoch will not bow down to this transgender, disgusting, perverted, paedophile ideology, and he is endorsing his constitutional right. The freedom of expression, that he will refuse to call a child they, them, and instead you have the government sticking up the fingers at the whole family, terrorising them and abusing them, and giving them an absolute, the dog's life. It's absolute disgraceful. I hunt this man down. Let's put things in context here, lads, and we'll call things out what's happening in the country. We've had a man, a migrant that came into the country there and stabbed a man up in the airport 8 times in the neck, and he was given a fully suspended sentence and allowed walk free, okay, yeah? They have a man up in Tyrrellstown, and I think he was an Indian man or that ethnicity somewhere along the lines, close by, Bangladesh or whatever. He kidnapped the child, put her under arm to do God knows what, to probably murder, the trafficker, the raper, to do whatever. Judge Martin Nolan let that man out, without even giving us a sentence, not even a suspended sentence. He was allowed to walk free. See you later. So in the eyes of the law, you have a two-tier system. Yeah, free Enoch Burke. We have a two-tier system we have at the moment, right? Where migrants that come into the country are allowed. We have a two-tier system where migrants are allowed to come into the country, commit heinous, disgusting, horrible, horrific crimes, like stabbing a man in the neck 8 times and he was allowed to walk free. Now, I forget the judge in that case. I stand corrected. Someone might have mentioned the name, right? But I know Martin Nolan is one prolific judge that is, frequently letting off paedophiles that are caught with the most disgusting, depraved images of child porn. You know what I mean? So basically, the state is sending a signal to all the paedophiles that pitch around the country. It's okay to be a creep. We're going to let you walk out the door. But if you dare challenge the power of our state, we're going to put you in that place like a dog over there. And we're going to fucking make your life hell on earth. And that's what they're doing. And they're making my life hell on earth. For those that don't know me, I'm in activism a long time, and they scrutinised my life. I was in court today for a police property application to get a phone back that they'd illegally seized, which was recording at Ballyoke protest last year, and at the 3rd of June last year was ran by a guard jeep. Now I'm getting the phone back. Whether or not they wipe the footage is another thing, right? But we won't go into things too much. But other than I have been persecuted by the state, that's why I'm here today. I have first-hand experience. My life has been destroyed by the state. All they do is file false charges against me because I have the balls to stand up and call protests like this over and over again the last 3 decades. Like the water charges, people might remember me from the water charges. GMC Sierra Verts, was the name of the High Court cases, and then Paul Moore took a challenge in the High Court. Paul, is that okay? But Paul Moore took a challenge in the High Court against the constitutionality of the High Court refusing to give legal aid to people that are fighting the state. They're up on the liberties at stake, for better words. You name that case, GMC Sierra and Paul Moore GMC Sierra versus Paul Moore and Colin McGettrick. Like, I've been out there for years. I'm at everything. I was in Apollo House. I took over a block of apartments. I think there's 60 apartments. I got into a night pass centre up in James Joyce's house. I put Irish homeless into the place instead of, migrants getting into the place. There's nothing. The sky's the limit of what I'll do in activism, and there's a lot of people around the country probably thinking the same way as I do. I'd like us to get in touch with myself and come down here and meet me and introduce yourself to me and get to know me. And I tell you what, we can do a lot of activism together because, as I said, like every iPass centre in the country, as far as I'm concerned, should be occupied. I put Irish homeless into them instead of these cunts coming into the country. Like our own government have admitted that 88% of these people who's coming into the country are here illegally. They shouldn't be here. But instead of having the backbone, they should support these people, put them in detention centres, get rid of them. They don't do that, But we'll go back to Enoch Burke. We'll focus on Enoch Burke. Every Thursday, folks, come down to Mountjoy Prison at 1 o'clock, and anyone that wants to get actively involved with myself and the lads here that's here with us today, to get involved with petitions. If you want to help us come around the country, if anyone out there wants to buy me a coffee, myself and a couple of lads are going to put up a buy me a coffee link on the YouTube channels later on, and X and whatever else, Facebook, whatever the lads are live on here. And we'll try and get people support, because if you give us money, we will do a petition. We'll go around the country to many towns around the country, set up a little stall type of thing, and we'll get up a book, a decent sized book, and try and get 100,000 signatures, for people to sign a book saying that they want Enoch Burke to be free, that this man shouldn't be fucking jailed. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm livid. I'm so angry what's happening here. It's a disgrace, and I'd just like to say to the family, to the Burke family, to Elijah and Joshua, we'd like to invite them down and give speeches down here, and let them take over and let them speak and let them say exactly what's going on, because they have the knowledge more so than any one of us. Because I went up to the third High Court case and the fourth one, right, and we were given we were told in the High Court the wrong court 4 or 5 times. So the one day me and Dave knew we were going down. They said it's court 3. Went to court 3, they went there. Then he said it was court 9, it wasn't court 9. Then he said it was court 12, and it wasn't court 12. He gave us the wrong court numbers. At the time we found out what court it was, the case is over, and we were on RT News that night. You'll see a snippet of me and Dave walking behind me with a t-shirt on saying Jesus is King, you know what I mean? Look, God is real. The scriptures are real. Going back to religion, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. And what Enoch is, the message he's spreading out is true. God is real. Jesus is King. And, you know, and everything else that's happening around the country, this Islamification world, that has to stop, because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, you don't encourage other people, which is not just to behead people and hurt people and harm people, you know. I'm not going to go into that too much, you know, but that's my take on Islam, you know. You know, there is some people that think, you know, of a good nature that met in life and have worked in certain places, they seem to be a good nature, you know, but I don't know where it differentiates who's the extremists and what have you, you know. Some of them are into really, you know, extreme stuff, chopping off body parts, the Sharia law. There's different people practice different parts of it. But look at Enoch Burke is a legend of a man, and we should be all down here every week at 1 o'clock. That's all I'd like to say for now, right? And I'll go back to the world, folks. I'm going to stay in the live. Talk to a few other people who's like the lads.
Thank you, man.
Cheers, lads.
Oh, gentlemen.
That's it.
Go to the top.
You know where that reporter has gone?
Which reporter?
The other guys here went off with some leaflets up. He asked me to hold his flag for him.
Is that him there behind you? With the umbrella?
That's not him, is it?
No?
Maybe it's him. I think that's him.
Could be him, I'd say.
I'm blown away. Trying to hold the whole lot.
Yeah, you're like a sailor holding on to the wind forever. Now, folks, this is my first time. This is actually safe to say this is my first time outside mountjoy doors when I wasn't going in myself. This is my first time on this road when I wasn't an actual inmate.
Free Enoch Burke! He's a man of God!
This is the closest I've ever been to mountjoy without actually going in.
That could be arranged.
Yeah, I've been in there.
Don't worry, I have to fucking doing that myself. Don't worry about it. I'm like Carly, I don't give a fuck what I say.
Free Enoch Burke!
Give him back his knife.
Children of Ireland!
And the thing about it is, you're after robbing that man there with 90,000 euros of his salary.
That's another thing, Vinny. The bank account, seizing all his money, you know. They didn't find the man who stabbed the man in the airport 8 times in the neck. They didn't find all these other cunts that robbed, you know, tried to kidnap children and run down the road with them. You know, what's happened to Enoch? Every part, you know, finding them, taking his money off him. It's unbelievable, you know. It's absolutely disgrace. And the whole country should get behind Enoch Burke. You know, he stands for religion, he stands for principle, and he's a good moral compass. And everyone around the country that's religious, including the Catholic priests and the archbishops, which his family has called out, they should be down here with us today to show support. Where do they stand? I'd like to say to the Catholic Church, where do you stand with this transgenderism bullshit that's going on here at the moment? It's an absolute disgrace, and the Church needs to speak out more as far as I can say. And I say that in the kindest possible words to the police. Any police is more than welcome to come down here and join us in these protests, because at the end of the day, this man is the only person that I see, a high-profile figure, that is endorsing the Catholic faith, you know, and Christianity. And credit to him, you know. I'd like to see a couple of priests down here like next week. If any priests that are watching this feed or nuns would like to come down to this Mountjoy prison protest for Enoch Burke, you're more than welcome to come down here. And you should be feel compelled, if anything, to come down and support this man, because he's standing up for Christian faith.
None of my subscribers are priests, but if there is any priests on the off chance,
well, you know,
only priest churches around. Like,
yeah, that's it. Well, you never know where to get the feed going. You know what I mean?
We might have an awful lot of parishioners we might have a lot of parishioners watching that can tell their priests.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole thing. It's like, you never know. Exactly.
With us who believe in Jesus Christ and not the devil. We believe in God Almighty. Free Enoch Burke!
Well, I don't need a microphone to pick you up, Brian.
Protect children! Free Enoch Burke!
We believe in God Almighty. The God of Israel. We don't worship false gods. We know who we are, where we come from. Free Enoch Burke!
Now, guys, we're looking, see there? We're looking straight in. That actually is B-Wing. B-Wing is there. C-Wing is behind it. C-Wing is where all the... anyone in Mountjoy knows what a jockey is. It's where all the jockeys go. Short-termers around here. This wing here, B-Wing. Lifers go to A-Wing. So, that's just the general layout. You have the women's section up here. exercise yards down there. And all this here is school quarters.
Those you have to go to the home of the
Fucking Dorian map in that place by now.
It's on the hill.
And
Okay, very short.
this is where they've stuck Enoch Burke for a second Christmas in a row. A man, just because he's a devout Christian, they decided to punish him by locking him up for Christmas, the time of
Every
Christ.
man and woman get behind this man. Support Enoch Burke.
works for God.
Sacrifice his freedom and the children of the world.
Doesn't want to be thrown in the fridge.
They do not want to admit they're wrong. They'll actually cost the taxpayer thousands and thousands of euros.
Anyone endorsing transgender
Keep him in Mountjoy just because he has true, strong Christian beliefs. Enoch Burke. Second Christmas in a row, he's locked up.
Enoch Burke, protect childhood at all costs.
Protect the children.
And they're using
Protect the children of Ireland.
the taxpayers' money to lock up a Christian just for exercising his beliefs. 1,000 euros a day to keep a prisoner in Mountjoy. And they're locking up Enoch Burke for God knows how long. And that money is coming out of the taxpayers' money. He's locked up at the taxpayers' expense for just simply believing in his Christian values, as most Irish people do. There's not too many Irish people who will actually fall down to this he, she, them, they, it, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. So, personally, at the very beginning, there was only two, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. There were two genders, and still to this day there's two genders. Adam and Eve, and their children have children, have all grew up, male or female. What this is about oppression. Our own government is oppressing our own religion. It's how hard can it be for someone to let someone exercise their own national and traditional beliefs, Christian beliefs? No. You want to be a Christian in Ireland, you face a prison term. This is how it works in this country. An awful lot of people are trying to skulk around cars, trying to look Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour. Amen to that. Amen. Standing up for our Christian rights is hardly what I call more productive ways to spend your day. I don't think so. That sounds like some little Palestinian he-she lover. So, I'm born and bred Irish Catholic, raised an Irish Catholic, and I'll die an Irish Catholic. It's my country, it's my religion, it's my heritage, my history, my beliefs. If you don't agree with them, get off the fucking chat. Simple as that. Before I throw you off.
Thank you very much. I'll say you spread the word out here for Enoch Burke, and the numbers are going to grow. There's going to be thousands here next week.
Every day it's going to be more and more.
I say all the time.
Free Enoch Burke.
And give him back his fucking wages.
It's very annoying. That's very annoying.
We have Brian here. Brian is the only man that comes to his protest that doesn't need a microphone. Or a bullhorn. This is all the staff now heading in now to get their starter shift at 2 o'clock. The starter shift at 2 o'clock, so they're all clocking in. So we'll see what we see now. Up here. Access required 24/7. Hardly. I let the boys shout and roar now behind me for a minute. I'm just going to do a up close walk up by the beloved little shelter there. We could have looked over that to avoid that. See? This is the prison system gates. And this is how. See all the cameras. Dome cameras. They have, that's an antenna and a half. So up here then you have the entrance. When their van is coming in with someone in for custody, they come up here and they roll on straight in through there and up then in the main gates. That's how it normally works anyway. So We see visitor centre, but I had never been a visitor, so I've been a guest many times, alright, but never a visitor. So that's the size of that now. Now, this is immigration prison. Well, there's more of them in there now than there are Irish, and that is a fact. That is a fact. So, I can't really see the rain or the names on the screen because the rain now was kind of bouncing off the screen the whole time and it's starting to move things around on me, so I do apologize. This is obviously for YouTube. Well, if it's live on YouTube, what would you think? It's my channel on YouTube, so where else would it go? Okay, this is very, I can't understand some people are so fucking clueless. We're doing a protest at Mountjoy prison, and people are saying it's a prison. Of course it's a YouTube thing. It's not only YouTube, it's going out on X, Facebook, you name it, TikTok, it's going out everywhere at the same time. And obviously you're on YouTube as well, so if you weren't, you wouldn't have seen this. No. Such a mission.
You will pay for taking.
That will be here every week. Thanks very much.
Give
them there the morale house been in there for fucking an innocent man.
We're coming out.
Free enough up. There's another thing the prison staff did. They could stand down and refuse to accept it if you had a moral conscience. You know? Yeah.
Even though the prisons are in, guys, they have some loyal people here. Next time 420 walks in front of the camera, I'm going to kick my nails.
That's why cows are there. We need cows. That's what we do. We've had so many opportunities. We put the left to go. The cows are there. Then we know that colour. Yeah.
So that's the thing about it. Everyone has a problem. Everyone doesn't understand. It's the Christians. It's us. They're actually attacking. No one else. If you believe in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, that makes you a target. It makes you a target for all these dirty, illegal scumbags. So come in, walk around the streets of Ireland like they own it. But it's only going to be a matter of time before we decide to start lashing them back. What are the Garda Síochána going to do then? They have no way of stopping us if we all rise. And I have news for you guys. It's been planned and it's on its way. There's only so much talking and walking we can do before we have to start standing and fight. And that's coming. With the good grace of God, we'll get Christmas over us and then we will have to push back. But I guarantee you the country is not ready for it. We'll never be ready for what we have coming.
That's what you think it is. 4 of us. Don't just think there, Larry. If anyone wants to donate a few people, we're going to get 10,000 each spent up. They've all the costs, we know, from activism for years. A place up the north called Quinn Printon. Anyone that's involved in activism, watch this.
Column world.
Anyone that's watch it. Like, there's a place up the north, if you want to get a campaign going yourself, there's a place up the north called Quinn Printers. They're the cheapest in the country. Some people are charging 200 for 5,000,
Enoch Burke.
or maybe, you know, more for 5,000.
The man of
But
God.
they deliver the leaflets, Quinn Printing up the north.
Don't
Right?
poke God the eye.
If people want to donate a few quid,
This
if we
is
can't
the
get the
man
money to get us
who fights for
awards,
little
we're going to try ourselves, right? We can get the money up for the leaflets and hand them out to the likes of the Irish Shop
Leave
Centre,
him alone.
the Jervis,
Let him out.
and Northside Shop Centre on the one day.
Before
we can
God
get
destroys
we
you.
can get the message out.
All of
Oh,
you.
it's next week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bigger. You know, it'll hit people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, once you see the leaflet hands in your hand, protest next
Done
week.
enough
You know,
damage.
because not a lot of people have time to look on social media. You know what I mean?
Well, I could go to a place like Waterford, Wexford, they're all close to me. I can hand them out all over the
Whatever
place.
you think, laddie,
I could cover the whole south east.
Yeah, fair play, yeah. Just saying there, brother, we could get, so you might have heard that in the feed there. If anyone was watching there, we're gonna try and get 200 euros.
Free Enoch Burke.
I think the only way to free Enoch Burke now is do it there and get a helicopter.
Charge over 200 euros. So anyway, how many people are independent? We did not.
No.
Nowhere near it. No.
We got the
Brits
illusion
will
of
this country.
The Brits had a hold of this country until the 18th of April, 1949.
They still have.
Oh yeah, but they gave us the free state. But once they gave us the free state, we still had to rule on swear no to King George.
Yeah.
So there was,
We were just discussing
there
that
was
free
no
state.
there was no win-win. There was a win-lose either way.
We were just discussing that free state, right? Last week, the Brits changed the laws on immigration in England. And within a week, we had to do the same. So who rules the fucking country? We don't.
No, because everything that comes from England seeps through us, they're doing on us.
Yeah.
Very same.
British
It's the same as the migrants. They arrive in London and end up in fucking Dublin.
Yeah.
Same system. Come across and sloop down.
We get rid of the legal but you know, people are willing to help this man, and that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? So, just like to say that we're going to post the Buy Me a Coffee on the lads' feeds here, and all we need is 200 euros, as I said. Like, once we get the 200 euro, that's 10,000 litres, we're on the pigs back, and we'll just hand them out all over the place. And if anyone wants to give us a hand or has any ideas, you know, or wants to come down and give us a load of speakers for the next week's protest, get in touch. I did ask two people knowing the movement well. They have speakers, but they haven't replied to me. I've sent them a voice tip. I haven't heard back from them. As I said, it is short notice, to be fair to people. So hopefully by next Thursday, there's someone out there that has a decent set of speakers, wants to come down and give us a dig out. Hopefully there's a couple of speakers out there, like the likes of John in London, who's been doing brilliant work in the background for the SBHE, fucking, you know, calling it the SBHE indoctrination as it is. You know, a lot of people would recognise Jan in London. It's the likes of Jana would like to come down and speak. She's more than welcome to come down and speak, because she's a brilliant speaker as well, you know, and anyone else, you know, that's been paying attention to what's going on with this indoctrination, there's more than welcome to come down and speak.
Relax, because I bought a PA system the other week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I bought a recharger PA system, mics, the whole lot.
Brilliant. Did you? Look.
And because Kat, a woman I know from Portlaw, she was doing a lot of price protests.
Yeah.
And she asked me, could I look into it, get one? So I just went out and got it for her.
Lovely.
150 quid, the whole lot.
Yeah.
Bought on Facebook.
Is it waterproof?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the speakers lasted out, and once I charged 6 hours.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So
Excellent.
I have two microphones,
Brilliant.
so you can talk and someone else can talk, or you can have an interview.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair play.
So I start bringing that from next week on.
Lovely. Fair play. So we're all right, folks. There we have a speaker for next Thursday.
We have the speaker and
Call it okay.
we have a whole PO. Well, we need, like you said, we need to get all this paperwork. We need to get this petition done.
Yeah.
And if we can get it done before Christmas, the time of Christ,
Yeah.
best time ever.
Very quick.
So 200 quid, lads, it's not much.
It's not much,
If you go out on a night, you blow it in a fucking 2 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You blow it in 2 hours, and matter of fact, you take a bar, you blow it in half an hour.
Exactly. Yeah. Rip off.
That's the thing about it. You have to understand, lads. Most of us here are in our 40s and 50s and then some. We've been watching this shit going on for decades. Not years, decades. So yeah, we're going to keep coming back here. And we're going to keep coming back every single week. Migration Centre on a Wednesday, Mountjoy on a Thursday. Every day is going to be something to let us know what's going on in this fucking country. Look at all these, look, heading up now to change shift. Hey, 420. 420. Change your shift. Changing the shift.
I just got an idea there. This man has been in prison now for 500 days before. He's back in again. I think it's his third time back in prison. I think Enoch Burke is not. He's got to be the money back in prison again. So I'm just thinking, if people want to donate to the Buy Me a Coffee link that I put on Larry's page and Vince, the audits, talk about the audits, we can get a banner made up for Enoch Burke. You know, and we can have it here so we can show that we can show it out. You know, at the moment it's short notice. We all just have flags here at the moment. We have ourselves here at the moment. But like, if you got a banner up for Enoch Burke, if anyone wants to kindly donate, if you've got, you're more than welcome. Appreciate it.
Or if anyone knows someone who does signs and banners who can do a one for a discount, do us a favour, that'd be a big help as well.
I think they're about 80 to 1. 6x4 is about 80, and I think 8x6 or 8 by whatever they call it. I know they started about 80 for a decent size one, which is probably 6 foot long and 3 foot down, and then I think they're about 120 for half decent. So I'd say the 120 perfect, you know.
Oh yeah, perfect. And I want to make sure they're tough and durable because they're going to be out here a lot.
That's it, yes. That's it, yes.
No sense of getting little flimsy ones. We want something that's going to, because this is the Irish winter. We're going to have rain, but we're going to keep coming. Rain, hail or snow.
That's it, now you're talking about.
Rain, hail or snow, lads, we're going to be here. It doesn't make a difference. I was in work today and I had to travel the whole way from Athlone to be here on time. I had to get a day's work done before lunchtime to get here. And the other thing about it is, if everyone puts in the same effort, people might fucking listen to us.
Free Enoch Burke! Let him out!
Say that again.
Free Enoch Burke! Let him out!
Folks, in case you don't know, that's Brian.
And protect the children! Let him out!
Are you going?
Let him out! We demand
Oh, that's it.
God demands that you
He was up at the protest for the taxis at the dog.
The Uber protest.
The Uber protest.
A flag there. So.
North to Uber. There are people in this prison who deserve to be in there. I know, I used to be one of them. But this man doesn't, done nothing wrong. He refused to fall down to ideology. And they expected him to fall down to this damn day he shit bullshit.
To call out all the people in the movement that consider themselves their big players and stuff like that. I'd be expecting us all to share the lives and share the protest information. Enoch Burke is down here.
Don't walk with the
There's a lot of
people.
people out there bricking with each other.
Stay away from Lucifer.
One second, I'll call you.
Stay away from these
I have a woman here saying that she can design the banner.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, Kat. I know who you are.
Children.
Absolutely love you.
Pedophiles.
Just like to say, Larry, all the big followers out there, everyone's involved in this film, you know. There's a lot of people that just turn up a protest, you know. Once in a blue moon.
Get those out.
Some of us like ourselves, me and Larry and other people here, we're not absolutely everything.
Get them out.
People don't recognise us.
Christ the man.
And you know,
Uber out!
but we'd like to see a lot of the big players come down here and support us.
Get the
More
fuck
importantly,
out.
share the feeds and
Get
share
out.
the protest information what's going on.
Don't want you.
There's a lot of people
Get out.
in the movement sadly bickering with each other and calling each names and acting like children. I'd like to say to all the people,
You're not
keep your
welcome here.
difference with each other offline.
This is
You know?
country.
Yeah.
Because it's not for fucking the community, the protest community, and it's not for the nationalist community looking at people saying, he said this
Get
about
them
me, he said
out.
about me. It's destroying us from within. We need to stop all the bickering and the division, and we need to stay united and focus.
Get the devil out of the
We
way.
came together. We came together to
Come
fight,
to cut
to get
your
these
throat
perverted governments
and
out of
rape
power,
your
and to
children.
support a man like
You're
this.
pedophiles.
There's
Hey, hey.
this is endless what this government is doing against the Irish people, you know.
Really?
Jesus demands it.
The Irish homeless being neglected
He's had enough.
in
How you doing, John?
hotels and sleeping in tents and vans, you know, while these migrants have been put up in forced hotels.
Get
This is
out,
endless what they're
man.
doing. Poor Harvey dying,
Get out.
awaiting surgery, you know what I mean? And there's a million people waiting on the hospital waiting list, you know. We have to keep bringing people into the country. Like, where does it end? Like, they put pressure on the hospital system, the nurses, the doctors. Doctor surgeries are all full, school places are all full. It's ridiculous what they're doing. There's no logical thinking in these people. You have to get this government out of power as quick as possible. Everyone, as I said, get behind us and support the cause. Eric the Brad.
All right, Charlie.
It's over, Louis. It's over now. This is over. You get angry every day.
I recognize your face, but I cannot think of your name completely.
Michael's my name.
Yeah, I've seen your numbers names.
What's your first name?
Oh, Larry.
Larry.
Yeah.
Sound.
Or as all the boys call me, LB.
Sound.
That's YouTube.
Are you on TikTok?
No, YouTube.
Go on TikTok as well. There's a lot of info on TikTok. There's a lot of people, a lot of patriots on TikTok.
I know. I guess a lot of links from Charlie. But
But it's great. It takes 2 seconds to fucking upload it. It's worth being on it. You'll find me under Michelangelo and all my stuff that I put out there.
I actually had a Facebook or a TikTok page years ago, and after the protest in Dublin in August, my daughter was on TikTok. My daughter was there to tell me, even though I haven't been on my TikTok in about 2 years, She said that post went up, Bob Trevor put it up, and my post went up viral. I said, I don't know. Go on to your thing. I said, I've got it on my phone. She's the same as me. Download it because your videos, he said, are going all over the place.
Yeah, do download it.
So I might.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's within 30 seconds. It's up and running.
Right, it's not as if I have to set it up, but just download and get back to where I was.
But you know what happens? It sometimes it goes in automatic and it keeps playing a fucking song that I won't stop it, even when I just uninstall it, and I have to uninstall TikTok almost every day, maybe every second day, because it's fucking acting cunt. And so I install it and uninstall it every single day. That's how easy it is to fucking upload it, download it, upload it, download it. It gets glitches and you have to uninstall it. If it gets stuck at all, just uninstall it and install it again. Like that.
It's like the saying the feet, tell you that, it's like the same people, what the rest mentioned there, right? You know, Jesus is King March. He's got thousands of people out there. I'd like to say to anyone there that's, you know, in the field, if you know any of the people that's involved in them marches, them protests, you know, organising them protests, please get in touch with Larry, myself, or any of the lads here in the lives. Yeah, I'd like to say that again on Michael Feed there. Anyone out there that's involved in the Jesus marches, they got thousands of people on the streets, many times, you know, very likely. If any of them want to be Michael and Larry Feed here, knows who them people are that's organising them events, you know, or that was even involved with them, they might know something about this. If we can get them down here to support us with Enoch Burke, we'd have massive crowds down here.
I can actually tell you,
petition as well, exactly, yeah.
I can tell you, Carly, it's 2 women, Jean and Kat,
you know,
and unknown personally.
Brilliant.
And they actually have one organised already for the city centre on the 6th of December. They're going to have a protest, and they're going to be doing a choir with all Christian songs. That's the reason I actually got to hear something for them. So on the 6th, I know. I can't give too much details because Cat don't want agitators. So I'm telling you, but I'll talk to you later when I'm not live.
Yeah.
But there is another big one after the 6th, before Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So there's 2 more on the way.
Brilliant.
We bring our petition book to that march.
Brilliant, yeah. That's brilliant news. So Larry has the contacts we need. I was just thinking about there, one of the lads mentioned. That's brilliant news for this. Fair play, Larry. If the ladies are watching, we'd like to have you down here, and all your crowd, everyone that Jesus King, we're all religious people that's here. We'd like to have you all down here at this. Look, plenty of room here for thousands of people. During the water protest, we filled this place up. I don't know how many times when the people got jailed in the water charges and the marches, we filled the streets many times over. The water charges, look at the amount of people that came out the streets for the water charges. It started in my area, Needmore, back in the day, and we just kept going around myself. I went around every estate in Dublin Bar, Tala. I just didn't make Tala at the time, it was in every other house estate. But like the amount of people we got on the streets by watching videos like us, we were going down for months thinking, is this ever going to kick off? You know, we're going to give up after 4 or 5 months. And then all of a sudden we call our first demonstration in October 2014, and the streets, maybe about 1,000 people, were delighted that many people showed up, you know. It says no pages all around the country. Like we started the first page, Dublin says no, it's the main primary page we were all watching. And I said it to Derek Bourne, he wasn't really listening. When I was in certain areas, I was saying, right, I'm in Swords and there's water crowds here. And he goes, I'm going to get them in there. So I said, right, this isn't working out. He's going against what I'm saying. I'm in Raheny, I'm putting the groundwork in. He's not sending the call out for help on his page. So I started saying in different meetings in different areas, let's set up a page. Edmore says no, Kilbarrack says no, Airfield says no. And they were the first pages that were set up in the water protest. Bar, Dublin says no. And then from then, all the other pages set up around the country. Galway says no, Limerick says no. And that's how it started. And that's how, when the water crews got into them areas, them pages would share information, you know, that the water crews in them areas. And that's what we need to do. At the moment, we need to set up more says no pages. You know, I have a page, Dublin City Centre says no. Today I got my police property application granted to get my phone back. So that page is going to be up and running. Gives it a follow on Facebook there. I'll get that page cranked up again. And what I was going to say, we need to just keep pushing hard against the system, man.
No, Kat, just a quick update for your Kat while talking away there, but yeah, we're actually wanting to. Right, but 4:20 is over off the scene. It's okay. Now, Kat, there's a lot of people here now would like to have the opportunity to be at Joe marches and to have a petition for all people to sign. Well, the US needs to pay attention because this is what's coming to them next. They've started on Europe, came across to England, now it's hitting Ireland. Guess what, US? You're next.
Free Enoch Burke.
Because this is a time when a lot of people in America will be glad of the Second Amendment. It will be one of the best amendments in the American Constitution. It just keeps up. The right to bear arms and the right to defend yourself and your property and your family. Every American has that right. We should have that right too. As it is now, we don't have that right. Our children are at risk, our business, our jobs, everything, our culture, our religion, everything is at risk. So, you want to take it down that road, it's going to come your way. I think the best thing ever happened in the whole of U.S. history is Donald Trump and his ICE. Get them all out. Give America back to the Americans, give Ireland back to the Irish, and give Germany back to the Germans, France to the French. The problem is, guys, you don't understand. If you take away our culture and our religion, what do we have? If you're an American, you want to come to Europe to visit Ireland, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Belgium, Portugal, Norway, Denmark, any country at all on the continent of Europe. You come over here to experience their culture, their way of life.
Free Enoch Burke. Tell your neighbours. Tell
Yet
them
if this keeps up, every country will be the same. There'll be nothing to come over and see, nothing to come over and do, because if you have to overrun, destroyed by everybody. And you alone will be that minority, because this is what's happening all over the world. China to Ireland and the US already. So get ready, America, and any other country west of Ireland, it's coming. What we're facing now, you have on the way. This man in here is serving time in prison for believing in his religion, for refusing to identify individuals as them, they, she, her, whatever the fuck pronouns they want to use. It. Whatever. Like I said before, the Lord said in the Garden of Eden, there was two people, Adam and Eve, male and female. That's the way the human race has been ever since. If we are all God's children, God is ours, divine Father and Savior. So therefore we are all brothers and sisters. But in their beliefs, all Christians should be slaughtered and beheaded. Homosexuals need to be tossed from the highest building. They don't care about anything that doesn't, and they are going around attacking Christmas fairs in Europe because to celebrate the birth of Christ goes against their religion. And this is what they're trying to do all over the world. Now, a lot of countries are very fond of the Christmas festivities, Christmas celebration.
Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke. Free the man.
The next day now we're going to have banners and banners more out there. People are going to see. This was a little bit short notice. So, hopefully we'll be a little bit more organised next week. Signs and banners and this, that and the other. As a matter of fact, Kat, if you're listening, put your back.
Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke. Free the man.
Free Enoch Burke.
Let Enoch out of Block C. Let him out receiving.
No son of yours keep there on there. No.
Church on Islam.
Manage your neighbors.
The Church on Islam is the Quran dictates that all Christians should be slaughtered and beheaded. Sacrificed to Allah. No, they don't even understand their own religion. Half of them don't because they're just being radicalized. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of friends who are Muslim. Some very good friends that are Muslim. But they're not radicals. They're not Islamic. And they're not terrorists. They're not child rapers, killers, murderers. They do live a peaceful life. So some people who practice Islam practice the peaceful. There is a peaceful side to Islam, believe it or not. But we seem to be getting all the agitators, criminals, all fleeing from crimes in other countries to come over here and commit more here. And they won't arrest them. They're getting suspended sentences. They're getting let off, tickets home, 10,000 euros to fuck back to where they came from. And this man is in here, for the third time, just because he believes in God as his true Christ and Saviour. That's all his crime is. The only crime he's ever committed is believing in God. Enoch Burke is a name that will go down in the history books because he is standing up for what we all believe, Christianity. He's not falling to the woke bullshit influence that's coming from other parts of the world. This boy is a he, this tree is a hey, or whatever the fuck they call themselves.
Protect the children of the world.
I have no time for that. If someone says to me, what did they call? What did it say? The pronouns is she, they, them, whatever the fuck. I'd say yeah, whatever. You are what I see in front of me. If you got a pair of tits, you're a woman. You got a dick between your legs, you're a man. I don't care what you call yourself. We're going to have to try and get some more people. Hey!
Free Enoch Burke! Free Enoch Burke! Free Enoch Burke! That's the man who did so good.
Enoch Burke! Out! Out! Out!
That's the work of God.
Protect the children of the world without us.
Fight for them and protect them.
It's always about getting the favorites for even for people driving by, guys. They're blowing the horns. We're getting recognition even from people driving by. This is not just a few people standing around. We have people going by who probably, if it wasn't a weekday, wouldn't be here with us. I had to finish up my work early to get here. Some people are not in a position where they can leave work early. But as this grows, people will do the same thing. They will take time off. They will make time for it. Just like the rest of us are doing. You have this gentleman here, Collie. He devoted his whole life to Ireland for decades. Decades. Fucking decades. And this man here, has been thrown in prison for the same reason as that man. Just for standing up for what he believes. He believes that the Irish people should be free, sovereign citizens. But everyone else seems to come down on us for believing that.
Free Enoch Burke! They don't represent us for the indigenous Irish people. They only represent Satan. That's all they represent.
Free Enoch Burke!
Free Enoch Burke!
Christ is King and no place for Satan in Ireland.
King. Lord of Lords.
There we go.
There, stand in front.
We're now let Enoch out, lads. Come on, let him out.
Those who spoke the Lord died. They will surely die. And you spoke the Lord died. They will surely die.
And we might have more rain on the way, but we don't give a shit. And here we have on Galaxy Corner who can't even drive through a fucking gate. You get to see a lot of people here with the same faces. Most of the time. The people who actually do care. They show up continuously. I was a bit late getting here myself there, about 15-20 minutes, but
let him out! We demand you let him out! Before we leave, get fucking annoyed!
your dad is Irish. What part of Ireland is he from, Johnny?
Give the man back his dignity.
Johnny, yeah. What part of Ireland was he from, Dad, from, Johnny? Jesus is...
Have respect for Enoch Burke.
Allah couldn't love himself. Allah loves raping and marrying little children. A paedophile is all Allah is. Married a 9.5-year-old child. Should have been tied to a tree and skinned alive. Scum. Christ is King. Thank you very much.
Tell your neighbours. Tell your neighbours. Tell all the neighbours to come here.
Run away out of that jail, girl. What you doing? Don't get a booster.
Go to hell.
Go get yourself a cancer vaccine.
Don't get a booster.
There's a chat. It's going so quick, guys. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
She actually has a child there. Enoch stands up against transgenderism. She has a child there and she's actually going like this that we walk. It's her and then people that walk.
Yeah, yeah.
Shame on her.
Shame on anyone that thinks that way. Shame on anyone that thinks that way.
Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke. Free the man who walks.
I'll be up next week with my banner. Nice one, man. I appreciate that. Hi, anyone coming in? Hi, guys. Thanks for joining the chat. We have every intentions on keeping our country. Don't you worry. This is about Enoch Burke. Man, locked up in prison again because of his Christian beliefs. There's the prison he's in, right there, Mountjoy prison. That's the prison where he's been kept. Just because he will not bow down to wokeness, and he, as a devout Christian, he will not accept any other gender on his male or female, like the rest of us. None of us would accept it. Go from Finland. Thank you very much. Oh, we'll try and keep it Irish, don't you worry. The chat is going so quick now, I can't actually keep up, so... The protest is about an Irish teacher who refused to call students them or they. This man is a devout Christian, born and reared on Irish soil, devout Christian, like the rest of us. He would not bow down to the wokeness. He would not call him anything other than what God made him, the gender God made him, and he was fired. And he's been put in prison 3 times. He has served almost 2.5 years in prison for being a Christian. No other crime, just being a Christian. They have cleaned out his bank account of damn near 90,000 euros as payment for for what no one knows. As a fine, as a penalty, they took his money. 40,000 here, 30,000 there, 25, 27,000. It's ridiculous. Every time money hits his bank, they clean him out. This is how the Irish government treats their Christians. A Christian teacher, primary, in there. That's where he is. In Mountjoy prison. This is the place a man should never be. A place where a Christian should never be. A God-fearing Christian will never commit a crime in his life. I spent over 2 years in prison just for believing in his Christianity, his faith, his religion, how he was born and reared, how we were all born and reared. And now we're here to get the word out for him. They should not be in there. The part of the Christianity that in Adam and Eve, male and female, you can't call yourself they. In the English language, they is a reference to a number of people, not just one single individual. Now, if you want to try and twist the English language and the meaning of the grammar, that's fine. Take it to England. But over here in Ireland, Christians, we believe in male and female and nothing else. If you're woke and you have to fall into any kind of scam and bullshit you've seen on TikTok or the internet, that makes you the weak one. We have strength in our commitment to our Christianity, to our religion, to our heritage. Ireland will only ever have male and females. Donald Trump even signed the form in America where everyone should be known as male or female. It should be the same in every country. That's how God made you. That's how you die. Putting on makeup and wearing women's clothes does not make you a she. Does not make you a them there, whatever the fuck other pronouns they want to use. You're born with male parts, you're male. You're born with female parts, you're male. female, and then you're going to die the same way. So this insane ideology that you can wake up one morning and say, no, I'm not, I'm trans, I'm this, I'm that, I prefer to be known as they or them. Or get a grip of yourself. Why don't parents get their children nowadays and slap the shit out of them and knock that fucking nonsense out of their heads? There is no other way to look at it. On your birth certs, when you got christened, it says male, it says female. On your fucking death cert, it will say male or it will say female. What you do in between is not going to change anything. You were born into the world and you go out the same way. But you can call yourself what you want. But you cannot expect the whole world to fall down to the stupid ideology that you picked up off the internet. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's
The only reason they go around calling themselves them or they or that is because they don't have the common sense, the humor or the personality to actually get in a relationship like normal people. Because you're ugly, unattractive, because no one likes you. That's the reason they're changing the pronouns. So someone that actually, they jump on the bandwagon or whatever's going on around them at the time. Oh shit. There's a prison van now. That's what would bring in prison inmates in and out of prison.
Because you've got a vaccine, like, that shows how weak and easily manipulated you are. So you are, your views are right. Your views do not matter to me because you are a weak human being. You are a weak human being. You
We got indoctrinated by the devil.
You
We
rose up
spoke
there
with Jesus Christ.
Leo,
He's the only way. I pray for you, person.
You're going to take a heart attack.
Walk with Jesus. Walk with Jesus. We Enoch Burke.
I'm not a bad person. I'm here to protect Enoch Burke's rights. That's what we're here, right? But that's just, we're here for the children of Ireland. That's what we're here, right? But let me go to the context. So you're talking about the COVID vaccine. Look at the page, go wake up here in a group on Facebook, right?
My partner works as a scientist. He works in Bowling.
It's all prophesied here.
Let me finish this. I'll get to him to the event. That's all the most important thing we're talking about, right?
So I understand that I want to work with you, but I don't.
Most important thing in this conversation that happened is you to walk around with sense, right? Luke O'Neill, the professor who pushed the vaccine on people, he never took the vaccine. Why? Your partner's a scientist. No, wait. I want to make sense of it. Why did Luke O'Neill not take the vaccine? Because he knew the dangers. Why is not let me say something. Let's try and get through the facts.
But you're not allowed to test on yourself
I'm
as a
trying to
scientist.
educate you, right? Pfizer locked away the fucking trials for 75 years. Why did they lock away the stats of trials? Why did they lock away? They locked away what happened to me for 75 years. You know why? Because so many people dropped dead of strokes and heart attacks. You're laughing. You would have to put yourself at risk by taking them stupid vaccines.
COVID is just the next iteration of the vaccines have been around since like the
Yeah, no.
Your generation of what a fake news.
But that's all No, I understand where you're coming from, and I
I'm
wish
only trying to wish you as a human being the best thing
Wish you well,
possible thing in your life.
I would like to work together. I appreciate that.
Look at Wake Up Ireland. Look at Wake Up Ireland. You'll see. I feel sorry for you. I want to tell you. I want to
This
say
is just scary.
no, it's scary.
It's not scary, people. Okay. You mean to tell me people are afraid of the truth? People are afraid of the
Are
truth.
you not afraid of the truth then?
I'm living the truth.
I know, but we need to come together and work
No,
together.
we're not coming together. People like you are keeping us divided. I'll tell you my story really quick.
All right.
In 1994, I was diagnosed with a spinal disease.
Yeah.
And I was taking medication for 32 years.
Yeah.
After taking the vaccine, I can never take my medication again. I have to grow old and live in pain every day for the rest of my life because of the vaccine. Because I can never take my medication again. And it's the same. It affects childbirth. It affects their pregnancy. It affects anyone with anyone that has it. Even someone that's not asking.
You're listening to the Irish media. Watch YouTube and you get the truth.
But that's just American.
No, the Irish media.
No.
Woke.
We're all
They sold
YouTube.
themselves out,
but where
just
you
like
getting
the rest
your
of the state.
We're getting our information from
God
exactly.
is trying to save you. That's what he's trying to do.
But we're getting our medication from actual research. We're not listening to or to he.
I'm not as Georgie
But we're actually doing research with scientists. They're giving us the details of what. And
I understand
And I actually told-
every medical thing, even vaccines. But
Yeah.
I would say that you have to understand that when you go to take a vaccine, you could be one of the 1 or 2% that has a bad reaction. Or if you have
But do you understand? But do you understand what happened? But do you understand what happened?
I understand they were rushed out. I get
Yeah,
that.
no, but do you understand? Excuse me.
Anything, food, medicine. No,
but this-
I want the majority of
No,
people
but
to be
see,
safe.
the
I'm
Irish
willing to
people-
take the risk that I might be the
No,
one who ends
no,
up
see, the thing is, right, we were blackmailed.
Cancer. People get in trouble for cancer vaccines. Sorry.
But we were
But
there.
cancer is the
But
last
we were
thing that can
blackmailed.
cure. It's,
Yeah, but
and
like
because
you-
there's so
but
much
take-
plastics
but taking
in
the
our
vaccine-
thing,
yeah, but taking the
there's so
vaccine-
much drugs and everything.
But you're not
that we're
listening to what I'm saying.
taking.
You're
There's so much
more.
hormones.
You're a single track
No, I
mind.
agree with you. Cancer is like becoming more prominent, but it's because it's one of the last few things we haven't been able to figure out a way to manage.
But there's the
or
problem.
cure.
Your generation don't understand. The cure, here's something you don't understand. Your generation. 1 second, Brian. Brother, 1 second.
Well, look, I
No,
appreciate
you
what
understand?
you're trying
The
to do.
cure for cancer was found in 1974. They don't want to give it because they're making more money out of the medication or to make.
Make way more money if you have it and you
No, because people will be
pay
cured.
anything to get it.
Yeah, no. They're getting paid, no, because they're making trillions out of cancer medication.
People have always been
Do you know the incidents are going to kill
same
you?
cycle over and
Do you know
over.
they're going to start killing you shortly? Is
Everyone
that?
can kill me. That's the whole problem. Society is people.
Yeah,
Anyone
because
can
you're
kill
still
anybody.
wrong.
It's fractured
But you
in
know
some ways
it's
by the
wrong.
government.
And I deserve to
It's
die to
diabolical.
get the vaccine.
Sorry?
I deserve to die to get the
I
vaccine.
didn't say sheriff.
No, he
But
didn't
then
say
why
that.
are you saying
He didn't say that.
to kill me? Well,
The argument to kill you.
What have I done?
It's not because of the vaccine. Because you're woke.
Because I'm woke.
Because you don't
Because
walk
I'm
with
woke.
God.
I'm-
That's
I'm-
why. You
want
listen
me
to
to
you
die
listen to the
because I
devil's work
disagree.
of people in school. You listen to people who are afraid. They're messing around with little children's sexuality. Go away. Go away. Go away. I pray for you. But don't hold that against you. I will pray for you. I will. Because there you need it. I pray hard for you. What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name?
Brian. Sinead, okay. I will. We're not bad people. I pray for you.
Sinead, make sure you remember,
You're
wake
brave,
up early,
you're
I need to look at it, right? And there's cures for the vaccines. So we'll take a, but we'll
Can
take
we not
this.
focus on
Sinead,
helping
Sinead,
people
yeah, we
and not stand
are
up
Yeah.
for one man?
What-
Can we
don't.
not come together
No,
and
no,
put
this-
our money together
That's
to pay the kids to go to school?
We
We
protest
not
for
get our
everything.
money together
We protest for
to
everything.
try and find something to help you
We protest
manage your situation.
What
We
about
can't.
Enoch?
Don't be standing
We
there
can't.
and
What about
scared.
Enoch
We
Burke?
can't.
Enoch Burke's not care for that man. But
No.
why did he sacrifice his life for the children of Ireland?
Because he
My
didn't
God.
follow the law. Why is he
He
exempt
doesn't
from
have,
the
there's
law?
no law in Ireland.
He's
All he
refused to
did
build
was
out the indoctrination.
cause havoc. Now he's
Ah.
turning up and frightening
No,
kids.
sure.
and children.
There's no law.
intimidating the
There's
children.
no law that's in Ireland.
If he's doing the right thing, he should behave
Minister
in
of
the right
Finance.
way.
He was. He
You
did
went
behave
out
in the right way.
where the devil
He was
sits
brave.
Nobody,
on this
but nobody
council, the
forced
globes. That's it. And he gave
He did.
180 million to them.
If a child
Think
says,
of what
I
that
want to be
180
called this,
million.
Jesus,
then
well,
you
you can't
don't
go
try
to
that.
Brian.
Where's the harm
And
in
then
that?
Martin last week,
No,
70
but-
million.
No,
See,
you're
the thing with-
threatening
When he went to
people
New
and
York.
there's no harm. Just lower
Where's
it.
the money coming from?
But
So we give to little children.
he got fired.
Kids are grand. They'd
But-
be fine if you
No.
just let them be.
They won't be
and look
fine.
after them.
How are they gonna be
Educate
fine?
them.
Be
Let them make their
indoctrinated.
own
No,
choice.
one second.
Indoctrinated by the devil.
How are they going to be
That's
fine?
what's happening to them.
Okay, but
They'll
all the
be
people
rude.
indoctrinated by the church, how many of them turned around
They're
and started
woke.
molesting?
They're woke.
That's the
They're
thing.
apostate. They're gone anyway.
Yeah,
So this
but-
idea
yeah.
of indoctrination,
But
I don't buy it
no,
because
but-
the church molested people.
Oh,
People
yeah.
who aren't in the
But
church
that's-
molested
that's
people.
exactly-
Indoctrination has nothing to do with it.
That's their
It's
point.
people making choices.
No, but the priest, Brian, 1 second.
Yeah, but the Catholic Church molested how
That's
many
Every
sick.
time we're trying to have
That
a
is
focus,
sick.
oh,
Yeah, and how many
That's
women
sick.
they
That's
sold?
playing God.
I must
That's
have doing
not
these
playing
right
God.
things because I can't hear a word.
Oh, stop
I can't hear a word with him.
Please. See Jesus.
Sinead,
Lads, I appreciate what you're trying
No,
to do.
Sinead,
I disagree
the
with your
thing,
methods.
the thing where you're not broke.
Great girl.
Hey, walk again. She won't look it up because she'll go home now and take out her rainbow flag.
Not bad, Lee.
Emotions, yeah. Look, sometimes you have to get through to the morons. Unfortunately, you can't. But I'm going to try and get in here with Cody now to see what the story is because get away from Brian's big fucking mouth.
Imagine you're a kid in a school
know
and you
people
have heard
I know
that your teacher
people-
isn't supposed to
She
be
said
there anymore.
Enoch
and you're standing in
Enoch
the
scared the
gate
children in
hearing
school.
that. Is that not intimidating for families?
Sinead, say that in the live. You're in the live there, right? Enoch Burke is intimidating the children in school. Enoch
Enoch
Burke,
Burke.
want people to
He's the
work
truth.
together
Look,
and make the world a better place.
We all
It's
do.
all very
No, we all do. But we don't want
and
children getting
aggressive,
hurt.
and I'm not
Well,
you're crazy.
we're not aggressive.
So we're talking about hanging people over there.
But that's
We're
what.
talking about people
But that's
deserving
what.
time.
That's
I know.
what. That's
We
what the
should
Muslims.
find a way to look after each other.
Are
If
you?
people are not well, if you think that this idea of being trans and woke is
No.
people are not well,
They're not well yet.
my mother suffers with mental health issues.
God bless
This is
her.
No,
fucking
that's-
frightening to
that's
me.
different.
You just want to tell me that
That's
there's something
different.
wrong with them, that you want to lock them away, that you
God
want to
bless her,
end
he said.
them.
God bless her, he said.
But then how are you helping us? Because this is hateful. This is not
You
helping.
need therapy, woman.
Yeah,
You need therapy.
I do, and I go to therapy. Do you go to therapy? Mom?
I don't need therapy.
You
I
don't
don't
need
need therapy,
therapy.
listen to you.
So
No.
you're saying that therapy is what? It makes me weak? It makes
No, it just
How
means.
can he call me weak is
No.
sick?
No.
We should be caring for the
No,
vulnerable.
have a
We
nice
should be
day. Have a
looking
nice
after
day.
each
Don't
other.
say.
Don't
It's not
call
that.
me
It's not
weak
that you're.
like
not-
it's a bad thing. Don't
No.
tell me I need therapy like it makes me less of a
I didn't
human.
say that.
He did.
Yeah, but you're kind of. You're getting. You're getting.
Because you're the only one left standing, pal, and there's people there watching. All right. I
Yeah,
want
but
us to
they're
come together
not judging.
and work together.
They're not judging. All we
You're
want.
judging me.
all
How
we
are
want-
they not judging me if this is your fucking life?
Yeah, but we're not judging you. We want him out because he's a devout Christian. He believes in male and female, Adam and Eve, like the Bible says. This is our country. It's a Catholic country. Now, the Muslims are coming over, attacking children, raping them, stabbing
They're
them.
not.
Yes, they're
every
not.
the last 10 cases.
What about the US?
What about all the white Irish lads who are attacking women?
No, yeah,
What about that guy who was of military age in the military who beat that Irish woman in the street? Where were you then?
I was actually at his trial
Well, get the rest of them.
because I'm a soldier as well. You have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. Wait, come back in 20 years' time when you grow up. Come back when you grow up.
I would pray for me.
Some people are beyond praying for brain.
No, she's not believing for no brain.
No, she's all walk.
There's no explanation, Peter. There's no answer for you.
Apparently, he,
Speak the devil's words.
apparently he's in there because he was cruel to the children.
Yeah.
Yeah, read that shit.
He's vocalized.
And too many of them are walk brain.
Yeah.
What you need to do now is they need to get all them walk fuckers, right?
Yeah.
Drop them in Phoenix Park and drop us off beside them. And they won't be walking the leave Phoenix Park. Oh, she's still right up on that.
I got 4 vaccines. And you're alive because of me. What? The fuck? I'm still alive because I didn't get no vaccines. There's people up there with cancer and fucking all that shit. You wouldn't listen.
But the problem is, I took the first vaccine, so you probably live longer than I will. I'm probably not older than you anyway, but
I was about to tell her how to reverse the effects of the vaccines. You take bromine.
you were going to tell a woman how to reverse.
It's so
You can't even do that in the car.
It's a supplement in fucking pineapple juice, bromine, and it actually reverses the effects of the vaccine with zinc, thiamine, and niacin, and biostrandstone. If you take all them supplements, it actually it lowers the spike protein. It's up, if you look at Wake Up Bear, anyone that wants to touch subject, like we're to go from one thing to another subject here because of that woman there. These things happen. We're all awake, so but go on the Wake Up Bear there and you start watching the feed there. If you don't know about certain things you can take, if you got vaccinated, I pray this, sympathise with this because you were forced to do it, coerced to do it. The government should be charged, they should be criminally charged for what they done. And Luke O'Neill, in fact, I said to that girl just there, I said, what about Luke O'Neill? She said her husband or partner was a scientist, right? I said, why did Luke O'Neill not take the vaccine if he was a fucking, if he was such a big scientist, I know all the facts and I know what's going to say. Why do you not take it? Because he fucking knew they were going to make people sick in the country. So yeah, people, go on to Wake Up Bear, wakeupbear.com, and go to Wake Up Bear on Facebook, and you'll see all the stats and the supplements that you can take to the first the vaccines, so you'll live your life longer. Because a lot of people get throat cancers and they have heart attacks, myocarditis, all sorts of side effects. So I know one family alone won't say them. The 3 of them got cancer within the space of 18 months after getting vaccinated. So, I sympathise with people, and I know people that dropped dead of heart attacks after getting their vaccines.
But you know, Carly, when me and you were growing up, cancer was an old person's thing.
Yeah.
Now everyone's getting it.
Everyone. And here, died suddenly was an older person thing. Now it's 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 20-year-olds. It's disgraceful. Free Enoch Burke! So people are accepting this shit that, died suddenly. Like, there's so many things affecting society, and it's all down to this fucking useless, spineless government. Enoch being inside, an innocent man, terrorists stabbing people in the neck, being released and suspended sentence, and other people's kidnapping children being allowed to walk free. It's a fucking disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. This government needs to go. They're not fit for purpose. And this presidential election was rigged. The election to get them back in was rigged. We need a revolution in this country. We really do. We need to wake up people fast and get out in the streets and take to the streets in big numbers.
Well, I'm going to have to repeat something that was said. I'm going to have to repeat something that was said a year ago. This is all well and good. People are watching a protest and marches. You do understand You can only push an Irish person so far. When we push back, the flags go down and the fists come up.
That's it.
That day will come. That day will come.
That's it, 100%.
And the quicker the better.
If you don't get the fuck out, we're gonna have the fucking, we're gonna have the.
Look.
Like as I said, the Magna Carta Law earlier, Larry. If you look at Magna Carta Law, anyone look at it, go to Google after this live, if you have another PC beside you, Google Magna Carta Law. Google Article 61 of Magna Carta Law. See what it says. And it says about tyranny and treason. If a government's guilty of treason, you have the right, as a sovereign citizen of any country, applies to England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland, because we practice English law for those that don't know. You have the right to overthrow your government by any means necessary if they're guilty of treason. And they are guilty of treason because you have an innocent man fucked in jail, thrown in jail for no crimes whatsoever, which is tyranny, which is treason. And you have men that's stabbing people in the neck of the airport, that black migrant there, fella, he stabbed him in the neck 8 times and he was allowed to walk free. Another man kidnapped a child up in Terrellstown, and he was going to rape or stab her, God knows what he was doing, as a trafficker. He was allowed to walk free. No even sentenced by Judge Martin Nolan. It's an absolute disgrace. That's treason, you have truth to your system. If it's an Irishman is facing name all over the place, all these migrants that's committing rape all over the country and murder and stabbings, they're not naming them to say due to legal reasons. But if an Irishman, your fucking face is printed everywhere. Like me, for example, last year I was arrested 4 times in peaceful protest, and I got battered by the police because I'm targeted, because I keep coming back and I won't go away no matter what they do. There's nothing in the state's arsenal that will defeat my fighting spirit and that man in there, Enoch Burke. That's why they keep targeting me all the time. Last year they broke that left arm 3 times for just being at peaceful protest like this. And here, most people give up, be afraid. I keep coming back and I'm never going to stop coming back.
That's right.
This country,
We all have to keep coming back. We all have to keep going non-stop.
Get on your knees, Ireland, and fight with us. Join us as one, because I'm a good person. There's all good people here today. And the protest I call a proper protest. None of this march looking down the country. I go directly to the heart of the problem. Every protest going, as I said, if I pass Centre Occupied over 17 months, I put Irish homeless into myself and a couple of people. And that's Seamus Bond and Seamus Banky McEnany. I'd encourage people around the country, get into these iPad centres, occupy them, put Irish homeless in them. Stop the destruction of Ireland. Do what you can. Wherever you can, wherever you are around the country, do what you can to stop the destruction of Ireland, please. We implore all Irish people to fight back against the tyranny of this country. God bless you all in this fight.
Take care. I'll be here next Tuesday. Are you doing that
It's just nobody has that. It's just a close something.
The Irish prison service.
Free Enoch Burke. Walks in the way of God. Free him now.
Channel again. Give that Vivian your channel. You're a target, brother.
That's a good man now.
Well prepared. Look, there you go. We'll see the links for when you copy that.
Man is stood up to the devil. Face him down.
Every Thursday we're going to copy it. Right through the Christmas, they're going to go right through the Christmas. Fair play, Vivian. Thanks, God bless you.
This is a failed political entity that we live under. They're criminals. And so is the European Union. We must get out of the European Union. Out of the European Union. Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke. He's a good man. Free Enoch Burke.
No, this is what we call it, a custody van or a paddy wagon in Ireland. The Irish prison service. It looks like a police vehicle, but it's actually not. They have no authority like a cop. They can do nothing. Well, I'm actually up at Mountjoy prison at the moment. So that's where we are. Free beer. Most of us here don't drink, so we don't need that. Well, I have someone now, I hear Colleen in the background talking about posters and stuff. I have a wonderful lady now, if I ever need any videos or posters or anything on. She's absolutely amazing. Cat.
Get wise.
Christ is king.
Stop taking the
But Cat
devil's
is queen of Christianity.
Work for Jesus. Get out there.
She represents
and
us all.
support your indigenous people.
Every single Christian on this island, she represents us. She works hard for us.
Because you will be sorry. You'll be very sorry. What's good for you?
The fucking chain is probably heavier than the bike. Who owns the bike? What? I said the chain weighs more than the bike does. I was going to say the chain weighs more than the bike does.
Clamps don't last longer than me. That's all I can. I'll say no more without incriminating yourself on smash him over the hammer at the top and he's fall off.
For in-depth information, contact Carly on Facebook.
Look, see the clamp so right? See the clamp on the rail? See the top part of the clamp?
Yeah.
It's only spot welded to the clamp, right? So they illegally interfere your vehicles. Rather than saying, give it a tap of a hammer and you see what happens. You end up with a free shed.
Oh, nice one.
The more you know. Knowledge, power. It's only spot
No,
welded. It's falls over.
I know Carly didn't do this himself. He must have saw it on you online somewhere.
I've seen someone else do it, for the record.
This kind of man here now wouldn't be a vandal.
Yeah.
Patriot, yes, but a vandal, no.
150 of them clamps I've seen coming and going, you know, with chains being handed out to people over the place. I don't know who done it.
This is my first day out now with the microphone, so I'm hoping that everyone can hear me all right. The microphone's connected, so the microphone is very handy when I'm trying to do interviews because I have to stand back, but yet the phone might not pick it up, so the microphone was an essential purchase, I'm afraid. But and here comes the evil Knievel.
New York Christian Judy. New York Christian Judy. Now and fight for Jesus Christ. Number one fight. Don't damn your souls for the devil. No one's free enough book. Free enough book. Free enough book. Free enough book. Free enough book.
It was invented by Alexander Graham Bell, and when he invented the phone, he suggested that every phone call should be answered with ahoy, as opposed to hello. So there's another little tidbit getting into the chat.
He's afraid people. They have to go. They must act for what they do.
But ask everyone online that any media.
They committed treason. They betrayed Ireland, the sacred country. Given to all Christians like Jesus.
Man said it. Americans invented electricity.
Yeah. Protect, to look
no.
after and defend your last
I'm
drop
afraid
of
not.
blood if you have to.
As a matter of fact, it took 50 years and 6 different inventors to actually come up with the concept. Tesla coil was one of the main ones. And it was started off with kinetic energy, created, turned into static electricity.
We know those people there, they would start something. They know he's a good man. You know, something could happen here. We could get a spark. Something to ignite. We will. I'm not telling them not to buy. Something that'll just and make it worse for them.
Oh yeah.
Make it worse for the country support what he's doing, you know. Because a lot of us, to be honest, this is a majority Catholic country. We don't have to say anymore. There's nobody talking about religion.
No, they take it
They're not
from us.
talking about anything but religion.
They took our constitution.
Sadly, they ripped it up. Yeah, sadly, there was a couple of perverted priests amongst the priesthood, and I think they were a satanic cult and
Free Enoch Burke, he's a good man.
Most priests do not fucking molest children or do any bad heinous things for them priests that did, you know what I mean? But the problem which turned people off the church was the fact that they moved these fucking sick Peter boys from church to church, parish to parish, which turned people against religion, you know, and them
We don't
cardinals,
follow
them
bestiality.
bishops that done them things should have been held
I
accountable.
follow Jesus Christ and no one else.
Christ.
And he's the only man I
Have
ever
my
met.
last drop of blood, I promise it to.
Jesus.
Like I said to my mother, the only person I'd bow before is God when I meet him.
He's your
Free Enoch Burke.
As an Irishman, I can bow before no one else.
Rise up for Jesus Christ. Smell the coffee before it's too late.
You ever
Save your
wonder why
children
Irish people
from
go to different
pedophile
countries?
and depravity.
We don't shake hands with the Queen. We don't bow down to him. We don't curtsy.
We all political prisoners at that bill. Anyone that's here for the
We are the one nation
Follow Jesus Christ.
that has
He knows us all.
peacefully settled in nearly every single city on earth. The Irish people have, and we have done it without killing, without corruption. Every Irish person in my grade had to land on a new land and work their balls off to be whatever they want to be and whatever they became.
Free Enoch Burke.
You driving a van or a bus, mate?
Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke.
You wouldn't sing that fucking word with a jumbo, yeah.
Spread the word.
See, look,
Spread the word.
even if people are going about their life still, yeah, they're supporters.
Let them out. Let them
I'll
out.
have to get a few songs made up for next week.
Stand with. Just stand here with it.
Cash, if you're here, if you're listening, you jump in later on.
Very easy.
I'm looking for ideas where I can have signs about Enoch Burke's imprisonment, about Ireland's Christianity, and about how we will not bow down to anything other than our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ himself.
Free Enoch
This
Burke.
is God's country.
Free
We are
Enoch
God's
Burke.
people.
Let the man out. Let the man out.
There was a time when I used to ignore religion, ignore things like that. But I came back to Christ. That I did because it was just before all this started in my country. Something brought me back,
Down those.
and back I stay.
You go up in the ways of the devil.
Can anyone give me a heads up there on whether this microphone is working or not, because
Shoot them out.
it's small but it's supposed to be good.
These are prophetic times. The world is coming to an end. There's not much time left. Get real, people. Before it's too late.
Now guys, from now on, if you haven't,
Not sure if it happened
a
anytime.
protest every Wednesday
Tribulation is about.
at
Walk
the
with
Migration
Jesus.
Centre, every Thursday right here
Walk with His glory.
at Mountjoy Prison.
Celebrate with him.
This will go on for as long as that man is locked up there wrongfully.
Be victorious.
There's no way on earth in any country that can be a criminal offence to believe in your God. Cannot be. How they think that wardens are asking a custodial sentence in any country
Tell the truth.
beyond me.
Don't let anybody else tell you any different. Speak the truth.
Protect the children of Ireland.
Speak the truth. Get Islam out of Ireland. We don't want it. They worship Satan.
And the other thing I'd love to know about, 16 days ago,
Sorry, bro. Free Enoch
Six-
Burke.
16 days ago, right? In this country, 16 days ago, there was a vote of no confidence from Enoch Martin.
Free
Why is that
Enoch
prick still in the door?
Burke. Good man.
Why is he still in the door? 16 days ago, Enoch Martin was voting no confidence, 10-2 against, and he's still fucking in there. He should never
Free Enoch
be
Burke.
allowed in that building after that. He's the problem. Him and his cronies are getting paid off the EU for every one of these they're letting into the country. They're getting paid so well, they can even offer these foreigners 10 grand just to go back to where they came from. But yet you can't give the Irish person 2 fucking pence. The boys down there in trade business doing well.
Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke. Free Enoch Burke. All Christians today, under Enoch Burke. Voice for Jesus. Voice for your children. Hear Jesus.
So people are all visiting, so just use the ball and net here, you know. Not to tell them use visit, or they have to ask for the use visit. They said yes. So I said, do me a favour, whoever you're visiting, just tell them to spread the word to the prison population that we're here every 2 weeks to bring up books. If the word gets back to him, he'll know.
What's right? What's right?
Because you won't see it on mainstream news. They're not going to cover mainstream news that we're down here for him. You know what I mean?
No.
Like the last one, we tried to get that fucking down through prison bring up book. There's a video on my page, yours page at number 8 there, if you just want to look at it there. It actually comes up yours page at 4. Type in yours page at 4 and 8. It is actually 8, but it comes up in the search engine. I realise it comes up 4. But if you look at that page, you'll see me getting arrested on 5th of February last year, trying to get the Enoch Burke, the show solidarity with Enoch Burke. I got absolutely broken up. They broke my left arm, a 2.5-inch fracture on my left arm, and kicked the living daylights and tried to suffocate me to death and tried to break all my fingers. My fingers on my thumbs are absolutely killing me still to this day. And 4 times they arrested me last year for just being at protests. You know, they don't want people like me around that has a pair of balls to challenge the state everywhere and anywhere, wherever they look, you know.
They're afraid of us, Carly.
That's it, 100%.
They're afraid of us. Because we speak and show the truth.
That's it.
They won't show nothing.
That's enlightening, you know what I mean? That's good. I'm actually excited a little bit, you know, the fact that I know the prisoners, they're going to spread word to their whoever they're visiting, and the inmates are going to spread word. That will spread like wildfire. Now, I know the way things work in prison.
Right.
Once things like that break, you know, the whole prison population is going to know, and every single wing that people outside protest being at work. So that's good news, you know.
Oh, yeah.
As long as he finds out I'm delayed.
Once one person hears it on a wing, 10 minutes after, all 3 wings know everything.
Yeah. Because the cleaners can go to different wings, you see.
Yeah.
And then the prison officers talk. The prison officers don't really talk about
Carly knows what I'm talking about, folks. But when you go into Mountjoy prison, you have A wing for lifers, you have B wing for short-termers, and then you have C wing for what we call jockeys. Now, the wing that he's put in, Enoch's put in, is probably B wing. Well, he's in with the people that are in for drug crimes. He shouldn't be in there with anyone for any crime because he himself,
he's a political prisoner.
he himself is actually now, he's a political and a religious prisoner. He is a prisoner because of his religion, because his devotion to his religion. But the funny thing is, we all believe the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why aren't we in there?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Don't be surprised to come out and Sabrina every week.
Yeah, well, Carly, like yourself, I've been in there so often now, it's just like another holiday.
Yeah, that's it, same here.
Just another breakaway.
They'll never break me, Larry.
No.
They definitely won't break Enoch Burke, that's for sure. They definitely won't break that man.
You have no idea how strong the Irish support is. For anyone that we decide to give our support to, we give it all. We give our nation, gives our support to one person.
There's a 10th one.
We
don't know
top of our head. We'll stand up for our own.
And it's coming. And hopefully we ahead it. We get the breakthrough. Because it's right across Europe. All the Christian countries.
And they can probably hear you in Europe.
Where the sword of St. Michael the Archangel goes. It's from Ireland right to Israel. From the hands and right to the point of the sword in Israel. Israel marches to God in Israel. Marches to us too. To protect us. The Holy Ghost protects us.
Brian is having a little ramp there behind me. Brian's a very religious gentleman. Fair don't. He wants to stop preaching, he'll be inside with Enoch Burke. Yeah. Folks.
Yea, though we walk in darkness, we will fear no evil, Lord. For your Lord yourself,
oh, boy.
And you will guide and protect us, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord. However, the day will only have darkness.
There's not many people here, but it doesn't have to be many people to get a message across. The message is clear. Let that man out. He's done nothing wrong. Have we not have enough history of people being imprisoned wrongfully? You won't lock up the criminals attacking our women and children, but you lock up a man because he devotes his life to Jesus Christ and refuses to bow down to anything else. You rob his, rob him. You rob his money out of his bank account. Leave him broke, penniless.
The man who walks with God, fights for his children. Free the man. We demand it. Free him. Free the man. John goes. Praise the Lord now, though. Don't walk down behind. Much longer.
What time is the visit time anyway?
It's at 2 to 4.
All
2
right.
to 4 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, something like a defense with you.
You just fell down now for Bray. The 4 provinces of the world. No.
Gentlemen, thanks.
Oh, what?
So just hang on to the milk.
And next week I'm going to bring up my flag, my Jesus is King flag. And I'm going to fucking hang it over right there on the beside the gates. I have one of them flags since the Jesus March. And I will bring it up for me. And any designs that I have this fabulous designer who does videos and posters for me. She is an amazing woman. And
Say you love the girls.
a lot of people now
The grandparents find them to
have been very aware of what's going on because of Kat's work. She's made it very clear. Everything and everyone that needs her help, she will help them. As long as it's in the name of Christ. She is a religious woman. She believes in the Irish religion as the Irish religion should be. Pure Catholic. And yeah, Catholic, Christians, same thing. Very same thing. Protestants, Catholics, Christians, all the world, all different denominations of Christianity.
I see though, yeah. I'll get it when we got home. I'll just bring the just in case.
This is the prison now, guys, up there, all the way down around there. And that part down there is the last part. But that house here is the Mountjoy Garda Barracks.
Bring Enoch Burke. He's a good man.
Reach it up, we're not protecting the children of Ireland. Allow this transgender bullshit on the children.
He protects the children. Stop protecting pedophiles.
Here, here.
Do your Christian duty.
It's crazy to think that we have Muslims coming in here attacking children, stabbing people. They're given suspended sentence and 10,000 euros to leave the country. This man is locked up in a prison cell because he believes in our own national religion. How is that right?
Free Enoch Burke. The man who fights for the children and protects them. Get him now. JD's the brave people who have him there. Hang them. They must all go. Every last one of them. For what's coming for them. And those who work them. They're not going to get away with it. They must all hang.
Who's a traitor? Michal Martin, Simon Harris. Anyone that's a politician, really. That's the traitors. They don't care about their own people. They care about what's lying in their pockets.
Yeah, I think so.
A man that was supposed to be deported last March. He was supposed to be deported out of this country last March. He was given a deportation order. But yet 6 months after, he was working at a fucking security guard in an iPass centre where he abducted and raped a 10-year-old child. And this man is locked up for believing in his Christianity. The other fucker, he's going to do something, plead insanity, get away with it and walk. Probably be given a ticket home to where he came from. This is not what Ireland is about. This is not the Ireland people come to see. For generations, people have come to Ireland to see Irish way of life, the Irish culture. Enjoy the Irish culture, which is, our religion is a vast majority of our culture. And now they tell us we can't practice it, we can't preach it, we can't exercise it. If we do, we risk custodial sentence in a prison designed. Actually, even that prison itself, vast majority of the criminals in there are not even Irish anymore. 87% of the population is not Belgian and not even Irish. And that's in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, right, the Irish population in Mountjoy prison has gone. 2 years ago, the Irish population in Mountjoy prison was 92%. Now Irish people are only 18% of the inmate capacity. The other 87% of inmates in that prison are foreigners. They're building their own little Islamic army inside the prisons. So when they get back out on the street, they're all Quran. They're trying to convert white people, Irish people, all parts of denominations into their Islamic way of life. So when they get out, they have the little army to fucking fight. Tommy Robinson made it very clear. In the prisons, they're forming gangs. They're radicalizing people. When they get out then, they're reforming into fractions and causing havoc in our countries. People say Tommy Robinson this, Tommy Robinson that. Tommy Robinson knows more than any of you will ever know. He warned us years ago. But no one paid attention. This gets any worse, you have to pay attention because what happened in Germany last week at the Christmas fair is on its way here. We are heading into our Christmas season as well. We have Christmas fairs, Christmas festivals. Are we going to have the same attacks just because we're celebrating the birth of Christ? Because that goes against their beliefs. This is not their country. Their beliefs does not matter. You want to believe in something else, do it inside the four walls of your home. Do not come out onto the streets or in their country and ram it down people's necks and expect them to follow. We are not going to follow rapists and pedophiles. We are not going to bow down to them, and they will never have a solid hold on any part of this land.
You hold it for it. I'll take it. Thanks.
Well, we should have listened to the Brits years ago. They tried to warn us. We saw it happening to them. But now it's on our doorstep. But the thing about it is, there was a time when the Irish and the Brits had an issue with each other. Up to very recently, actually. We opposed and fought each other for over 870 years. But the beauty of it is, we're not divided no more. The Irish and the British and the Scots and the Welsh, we're all one now. We're all the one people. We have united ourselves against this influx of rapists, horrible, devious pedophiles. So now every country has the one same goal. To keep our countries as they are. You wrapping up? No bother,
Come back next week. Say, so people know roughly time schedule next week. Every week, 1 to 3 o'clock, say roughly, yeah?
No problem.
1 to 3 o'clock, that's everyone out there. Share the lives. Fair play to Larry for coming today.
Cardi.
Everyone that do out there for the country, fair play. This credit is
So,
off.
now on then, make everything clear. Wednesday out for the migrants, Thursday here.
Wednesday, we're going to the Department of Immigration, yeah?
You look after yourself,
Every
right?
Wednesday, we're at the Department of Immigration at 1 o'clock to get Jim O'Callaghan and Colin Brophy, the two ministers for migration. People don't realise the two of them. Right? Colin Brophy is the special minister for migration. Both of them are breaching their oath. Both of them are breaching their duties. Both of them are not saving the people of Ireland. God bless.
There you go, man.
We're there every Wednesday, 51 cents.
There you go, lads.
At 1 o'clock, right?
Look.
And then every Thursday we're here at Mountjoy for Enoch Burke at 1 o'clock. Ready, take care, brother. See you later. So, over now, folks, for now. Thanks for listening in and thanks for tuning to Larry's Live, and we'll see you all next week, hopefully.
No problem. Thanks a million, Cardi. Now, folks, I'll have to wind down this the way I always do. I have to thank you all for coming in. Go and meet him. Have a stronger fall. I shall see you on the next one. Thank you very much, guys.